Matthias. My name's Katie.
I'm Noah.
I'm Martha.
And I'm Tom.
And it is lovely to be with you. Thomas, lovely to be with you. There is plenty coming up today. Shortly we've got Jake and Sarah coming to lead us in worship, which is fantastic, always very important. We have got a whole lot of fun, that goes without saying. And for the first time this week, we are bringing you the drum roll, please.
Big Sunday Challenge! It's gonna test your skills, test your physical abilities. How's it gonna work, Noah?
We'll tell you the rules and we'll give you a demo.
And you can send videos and pictures of you and your family doing it.
Definitely.
And we'll show them next week.
And parents as well.
Yeah, parents as well. Sorry about this. If anyone is already coping badly with coronavirus cleaning up your house, it's only going to get worse. But now, to get everybody in a better mood, we're going to go and see Jake and Sarah for some worship. But I think we're probably still a little bit early in the morning. Maybe we need to say a prayer, get some energy going. So you might like to join in with this prayer. Noah, are you going to help me? Okay, so we're going to pray. We're going to say, God, thank you for giving me feet to dance. Thank you for giving me arms to move. And thank you for giving me a body to go crazy! To go absolutely crazy. And Lord, would you fill us with your Holy Spirit as we go to worship? Jake and Sarah, over to you.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. It's lovely to see you all. I hope you're having a great day. We are going to be singing Forcefield this morning, but before we do, I thought we could talk through the actions to the chorus so that you can be joining in with us in your homes. So the way that the chorus goes is it starts with force, force, Forcefield, and we're going to do some punches out in front of us because the Forcefield is like protecting us, it's shielding us, so it's kind of fighting for us. So we're going to say force, 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 Forcefield, and then the next bit says around me, and we're going to do like a with our hand we're going to go round because it's around us. So force, force, Forcefield around me. Then it's your love, and we're going to point like this to God. Your love pointing to our hearts. Your love is a Forcefield, back to those punches, around me. Force, force, Forcefield around me. Your love is a Forcefield around me, and we repeat that again, and then that's the chorus. That's how it is. They are the actions for the chorus. Make sure you find a space now so that you can join in with us. You can be on the floor, on the sofa, wherever you would like. Okay, ready, Jake? I found myself searching. I'm searching for something. I'm out of my depths and I'm longing for wisdom. But I know when I call, there's somebody reaching, holding me so tight. I feel my heart beating. Oh, it's you. Oh, it's you. Only you. For darkness will never defeat me, 'cause your love is a Forcefield around me. Whoa. Force, 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 Forcefield around me. Your love is a Forcefield around me. Force, 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 Forcefield around me. Your love is a Forcefield around me. Although I still walk through the valley of shadows, you are my armor, my strength in the battle. And I know when you call, nothing else matters. Surrounded by your love, but nothing can stop us. Oh, it's you. Oh, it's you. Only you. Darkness will never defeat me, 'cause your love is a Forcefield around
to the whole birds.
Thank you so much, Jake and Sarah. Back to us.
So over the next few weeks, we are going to be looking at a series of talks to help us think about the amazing things that make us up. And we have called it, I Am So Many Amazing Things.
Well done for
Brilliant.
making that one up.
Yeah,
Really
exactly.
hard.
Well done, team. It got me thinking that actually there's a lot of things that people call us, obviously mostly polite things. And so I've got a game here for the whole birds. We are going to see how fast we can label each other up with these things, which are things that we are. So they're quite simple. You might want to play this over lunch. Okay, guys, have you got your piles?
Yeah.
Okay,
3,
2,
1, go!
Right. I think that's just about done. Well done, everyone. We've also got a second pile, because sometimes it's not just the titles we've got, it's not just the labels, it's some of the things that we love. So let's try this. Okay, everyone?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, and finish. Well done. Oh, there's a vicar. That one's quite important. Well done. I mean, this might be something you want to try later on. So there are lots of things that people call us, lots of ways we can be described. I don't know if you know in the Bible that there are lots of ways that God describes us as well. Thank you for that. Lots of things that God calls us. And we're going to look at one every week. And this week, we're going to look at one which is, I am God's masterpiece. I am God's masterpiece. And this comes from a book in the Bible called Ephesians. Paul, who if you've been to kids' church, you will know had another name. He was also Saul. Paul, who was Saul, wrote a letter to the Ephesians telling them that they were God's masterpiece. And that's what we're going to think about today. And to start with, I think we probably need to work out what a masterpiece is. So, labels off, everyone. I think we've had quite enough of these. We are going to get ready for a pop quiz. Pop. This is a pop quiz. We're going to work out what a masterpiece is. So, is a masterpiece A, the final piece of a jigsaw, which when it goes in, makes it all make sense?
Get it?
A, the masterpiece. B, is it masterpiece, the only son of heir of Lord and Lady Peace? Or is this a masterpiece? That's right, this is an incredible and unique painting that we have had some fun with. So A, B or C, is it A, the jigsaw piece, B, the only Lord and heir of Lord and Lady Peace, or is it the incredible painting? I'll leave you to decide. Now, I wonder if you managed to guess what we mean when we talk about a masterpiece. Was it A, the jigsaw? Was it B, the sun? Or was it C, that famous painting, which is no doubt going to be on Instagram later on? Of course, it was C. It was the famous painting. Even though Paul wouldn't have known it, when we talk about a masterpiece, we think about famous paintings, big works of art. And so we're going to have a little think about what that might mean for us. If we are God's masterpieces, how are we like these famous pieces of art? So there's 3 things I'm going to give you to think about. The first one is that you are unique. I don't know whether you were able to spot the difference between the famous piece of art we just showed you and Tom dressing up. I think you probably were. One of the important things about a masterpiece is that it is unique. There is only one. That's what makes it so valuable. And so it's the same for you. Do you know that in all of human history, there has never been, there is not at the moment, and there never will be anyone quite like you. You are unique. Now, sometimes we find that quite difficult. I know sometimes I look at other people and think, oh, I wish I was more like them, or I wish I had what that person has got. But you know, like it or not, God made you for a reason, and that means that you're special. So you are unique. Secondly, like a famous painting, you are full of detail. I don't know if you've ever been to a gallery. I love going to galleries and looking at the paintings. And I imagine how many brush strokes the artist has put into that painting, how much detail there is there. And just like a painting, God has made you full of detail, chock full of detail. When we think about how we're made up as humans, we think of the detail as DNA. Those are like the building blocks of life that we're filled up with, and they help determine what we look like, what we act like, who we are. And God has filled us up with so much DNA. Did you know, here's a fascinating fact, that if you could take the DNA out of yourself, which, okay, is quite difficult, and if you could unspiral all the spirals and stick them together with some kind of amazing cosmic sellotape, do you know how far the DNA would stretch? How much detail God has packed you with? It would stretch from here, from Earth, to the moon and back again. Not once, not twice, 150,000 times. God has filled you with that much detail. He hasn't just muddled things together and gone, oh yeah, no, that's fine. He has made you you for a reason, and he's done it with care and detail. So you are unique and you are full of detail. And you are those two things because, number 3, God has given you a special job to do. In Paul's letter to the Ephesians, he says this, he says, we are God's masterpiece, and he has made us new in Jesus to do the good things that he planned for us long ago. So God has made us unique, and he's filled us with detail in order to do some good things that only we can do. And so Jemima, there will never be a better big sister for Jacoby than you. And Jake, there will never be a better big brother for Grace than you. These are special jobs that you've been given, and we can all think of our own special jobs. And as we grow and we understand God more, he gives us more special jobs to do. We never get rid of the old ones, they're always special, but we find new ways of showing God how much we love him and showing God's world how special he is. And so you are unique. You are full of detail, and God has given you special jobs that only you can do. You are God's masterpiece, and that makes you very special. Now we're going to go over to Jake and Sarah now, and they're going to lead us in some worship. And so I'd like you to take that time to think about how special you are. And also, because adults sometimes forget these things, make sure you snuggle up with someone and tell them quite how special they are, because we are all God's masterpieces. Over to you, Jake and Sarah.
May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him, as you trust in him. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him, as you trust in him, so that you might overflow with hope by the power of your Holy Spirit, so that you might overflow with hope by the power of your Holy Spirit, by the power of your Holy Spirit.
Good morning, everybody. Hello, we are the Kinslows, and we're going to pray together. There are lots of ways, different ways to pray. And one of the ways we like to pray is chat and catch. So that's what we're going to try this morning. The first thing we do is chat to God, isn't it? And tell him what we're thinking, what we're feeling, what we're thinking about, what we're worried about. Anything you want to tell God, you can tell God. And you can do it out loud if you want to. But it is just between you and God, so if you wanted to just whisper it into your hands, just between you and God, then you can do it that way too. So shall I start? I'll go first? Okay. Hi God, thanks for today. Thanks for the yummy breakfast we had. Thank you that you care about all the things that we care about. And today I'm thinking about my mummy and daddy who are a long way away, and I'd like you to look after them, please. And I'm thinking about all the people who aren't feeling well today, and I'd like you to look after them, please. How about you, Gabe? Do you want to chat to God? What are you going to ask God?
God, please can you make the virus go so I can go back to nursery and see Baba and Granny and go back to the farm?
Amen.
Windmill!
You'd like to go to a windmill? What about you, Daddy?
I'd just like to pray for our community. I'd like to pray for people that are going back to work potentially over this next coming weeks. Just pray a real blanket of safety over them. Pray for our NHS. Pray for all of the teachers, all the nurses, all the doctors, all the scientists, everyone that's going to be potentially going back to work to hopefully bring the country back under some kind of working rhythm. We just pray a real blanket. Amen.
Amen. You say amen?
Amen.
Why don't we leave a minute now for you to add your prayers as well? You can whisper them into your hands or say them out loud if you want to.
Look
Should we all say a big amen? Amen! Oh, and then the next thing that we do is catch, isn't it? We ask God a question and we try to...
Amen!
Amen! And then we try to catch if there's anything God wants to say to us.
Amen!
Yes, we've done amen. Shall we listen to God now and see if there's anything He wants to say to us? One of the things we can do to show God that we are ready to listen is put our hands out, isn't it? Should we put our hands out and ask God if there's anything He wants to say to us? Let's just listen for a minute and see if we catch anything from Him. Let's ask God, what do you care about today, God?
We hope to keep how you say amen. I say amen.
Did God tell you anything He cares about today, Gabe?
He said He's going to do that. I said for prayer.
He's going to answer your prayer. You felt like God said He's going to answer your prayer. That's great. And maybe if any of you felt like you caught anything from God or He said anything, maybe the grown-ups can share it on WhatsApp.
What's that?
What's that?
See the picture.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Kinslows, for those wonderful prayers.
We are going to reveal the big
Sunday challenge! What is
I'm
it?
going to
Here it
pick it
is.
out and give it to Noah to read. So can we have a drum roll, please?
Definitely worth the wait for. Here we go.
What is it?
Spin around 10 times and then walk in a straight line with water.
Water on your head in a cup. Yeah.
In a bowl.
With a bowl or a cup.
A bowl or a cup.
Let's see how we got on.
Oh, wow. Well, aren't we toughies? Although, Mummy, you didn't do it either.
Well, it's because I spent such a long time doing my hair.
Daddy, I realised that you did use warm water, you softie.
Cold water all over me?
Right, you went on another secret. I used warm water.
Oh!
Let's stop all this chaos for a moment. It's time to let you go on to your Sundays. It was so good to see you this morning. Remember to send a photo of yourself or a video, that would probably be better, doing the Big Sunday Challenge, and we'll make sure to show it next week. Until then, go out into the world, you little masterpieces, and remember that God has made you to be just the person He wants you to be.
You're amazing!
Bye.
Have a great Sunday.
Have a great Sunday.
Bye!